So, gaming in 2020 has become complicated. Maybe I spend too much time on the internet, or I think about this stuff a bit too much, but holy crap, gaming doesn't seem so simple anymore. I think gaming as a whole is better than ever. Just the sheer volume of games, pricing models, additional content, and services is becoming a lot. Let's start with the first piece of the puzzle. There are an absolute boatload of games to play nowadays. This may very well be my nostalgia talking, but I don't remember having all these options when I was growing up. Back in my day, you had your Nintendo and your Segas, purchased games at a store, or you rented them from Blockbuster. Now you can just download games on your computer, PlayStation, Xbox, Android, iPhone, Stadia, refrigerator, doesn't matter. You have your typical huge AAA games like the Assassin's Creed series, your Call of Duties, your Marios. Then you've also got high-profile indie games like Shovel Knight, Stardew Valley, Hades, and there's everything in between. I honestly feel like if I just browsed the Steam store, I would just constantly see games I've never heard of for endless pages. It feels like it is so easy to get drowned in a sea of wondering what game to purchase next, and it makes me sometimes wonder how I determine what games to buy and play in general. This sort of leads into my next point with games. Along with the number of games out there, there's a smorgasbord of pricing models on top of it. You want to play Fortnite? The game is free. Go download it. You want to play Apex Legends? Also free. Go download and play it. What about Call of Duty? Buy a new hard drive and then go download it. It's kind of insane that we have these high-profile games that we can now just download and play at our whim for no charge. I feel like, had I grown up in this era of gaming, I would have never been able to leave my couch. These are good games that cost nothing to play. On top of these amazing free-to-play games, you have your typical $60 retail games as well. What gets weird about these games, though, is that there is now additional transactions in a lot of them. So you buy a game, then there are costumes, boosters, upcoming expansions on release day, and items that you can pay extra money for. Some games even have like 20 different editions of the same game you can buy. Ultimate, Deluxe, Super Deluxe, Extra Ultimate Deluxe. Some games add in battle passes where you essentially pay up front for content you then have to earn in the game. If you do complete the battle pass, you recoup the cost, but if you don't complete them, the items are just gone forever. Some of these games, like World of Warcraft, Destiny, Warframe, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, and others, just keep going forever, it feels like. Just endless updates and content get added over time. It's weird to see now, in regards to these games, the discussions for them online in regards to prices as well. Brand new games come out and people, myself included, will say, that game looks dope, but I don't want to pay $60 for it. And it's not weird. It's not a weird thing to say. This is because there are exceptional games that come out for far less than $60. How much was something like Hollow Knight, Stardew Valley, Hades, Spelunky, Undertale? It's 10, 20 bucks? Hell, Stardew Valley is still getting updates for free. It's kind of insane. I'm not entirely sure what conclusion I'm trying to lead to here. It just seems like a lot in my head when I think about it. But at the same time, I think gaming as a hobby is the best it's ever been. There are just so many awesome titles to play for just about any price point. I think we've all thought about how microtransactions in games are a slippery slope, and things have clearly progressed past the horse armor controversy. It's just that now, when you look at a game you want to play, you have to think, do I want to pay that much for that game? Is it going to go on sale for half price in another month? Will the developers keep adding content to this game, or is it finished? Are the microtransactions fair in the game? Is it pay to win? How long is the game? Will I have time to complete it? It's hard for me to look on the outside in, you know? I've been gaming my whole life and kind of grew into the situation. What do you tell someone who hasn't played games before and wants to look into the hobby at this point? Do you tell them to build their own PC? Buy an Xbox? PlayStation? A Switch? And what's fair in pricing now? How do we determine which games are worth our hard-earned money? Where do we find the time to indulge in all the content gaming has to offer? It's a good problem to have, sure. But the more I take these things into consideration, the more I understand the people who say they have an eternal backlog of games they really want to play. I guess my advice with gaming now, as dumb as it sounds, is judge for yourself. YouTube and Twitch are free. You can probably watch people playing a new game the day it comes out and get a sense of what it has to offer. There are also video reviews, written reviews, and podcasts talking about them endlessly. And just take your time. That new game that came out will likely go down in price fast due to how fast the industry is moving. So anyways, those are some of my thoughts. What do you guys think? Are all the things I've said just points you've heard a million times before? I'm curious to hear about how other people feel about the state of games. What's a good example of a free-to-play game? Which $60 game did you think was absolutely worth the money? Which one wasn't? Are live service games killing us, or are they just another step for genre of games? And what small indie games took you by surprise? Thanks for listening. Bye.